One thing that I've noticed about the recent U.S. election that really sticks out in my mind is the sheer oddity of the candidates and their relationship to their parties. It's very clear that the Democratic Party doesn't want to have anything to do with Bernie Sanders, and they're willing to go to some pretty big lengths to try to get rid of him, to try to make him lose, etc. But it also is very obvious that the Republican Party doesn't want Donald Trump. Isn't it ironic that on both sides, this is the case? Now, this certainly does represent something. The people who are supportive of these two parties are not what those parties represent. I mean, other than the fact that the obvious class divide, but in a general attitude, they don't. The Republican Party base really is a mountain of hatred. It probably always has been, probably always will be. That Donald Trump has come along as a great symbol of that hatred and has done exceedingly well, and the party doesn't want him to be there. Because for them, hatred is only something that they use, not something that they really want to put through. Business comes first, and hate is just something they use to sell the business. Now you go over to the other side of the Democratic Party, and you've got Bernie Sanders offering the free stuff, the free school, the free health care, etc. And that's what the people who vote Democrat really want. So that's how he's getting up into the position that he is, despite the fact that very clearly the establishment doesn't like him. That's not to say that Bernie Sanders is anti-establishment. He's very much a part of it. That's why he's running as a part of the Democratic Party. And the fact that he's literally not a socialist, he's just a Democrat. But it does demonstrate something very interesting. Neither one of these men is what their parties represent, but they are a representative of the people that vote for those parties. And I think one important thing to keep in mind here is not that these parties ever really did represent the people that voted for them, but that now the difference between the two, the party and its people, is so wide. You have these fringe candidates who are now coming in as people who can lead the party, who the party don't actually want. And that's what's really interesting about this. The gap between what the parties in the US are and the people who support it has grown so big that it's now a problem. This is a very clear signal that the capitalist class has to give some kind of concession to the people of the United States. It's not going to break out into revolution, but it's going to throw party politics into a bit of a tizzy. Now, no matter what, the capitalist class is going to come out on top. So that's really not the fear. The fear here is that maybe the perception of the two-party system might start to get broken. But ironically, at the same time, these two men being there is that they both represent the people trying to force their way into the party, so then they get the feeling that they can be involved in party electoral politics. So it's really a strange thing. It's like both sides of the same coin. It's a bit of a complicated situation, but it certainly does demonstrate a change in U.S. politics, at least domestically. Thank you for watching. Why don't you go ahead, rate, comment, subscribe, and share on various social media. And if you want, you can head over to my Patreon page and show your support. Or you could head over to the MRN bookstore and check out some of the latest books available.